set up for the first time in my life in Missouri. I'm hunting some private land thanks to my friend Matt. This past year I was blessed enough to go on tour with a rodeo/entertainment company, and he is a rodeo announcer. So we became buddies, spending all that time around each other every weekend. We'd talk hunting, all that stuff. He owns quite a bit of land up here and invited me out to hunt, so I came running. I've never deer hunted out of state. It's a lot of cattle pasture and then just blocks of hardwoods. And this block I'm in right now, he said that he has never set foot in it. Well, that's a lie. He hasn't set foot in it this year. It's untouched. I scouted my way in. There was a persimmon tree dropping like crazy right on the fence line. No deer sign under it though, so I was shocked to see that. So I eased on into the woods. There's acorns everywhere. There's deer sign everywhere. Obviously never been here in my life, so kind of tough to come in here and pick a spot out, but we're winging it. See what we see, and next time I come hunt, try something different if it don't work. But what I'm set up on is, there's oak trees all in here. I don't see any white oaks. There's a red oak right here next to me, but I don't really know what the rest of these are. But there's acorns everywhere on the ground. There's an old pond right here. Obviously, if you've been hunting it all this year, even if you're just a halfway intelligent human, you know we've been in quite a drought. It did rain a few days ago, but hoping these deer are thirsty. If they're running around rutting right now, maybe they need a drink. Maybe they'll come get a drink of water before they go rut around all night long. Not real sure what's going on out here yet, but we'll see what happens. just had 2 bucks read the script perfectly. Got deer running through the woods over here now. As y'all could tell, those bucks read the script. One of them was a little forked horn, one was 4 on one side and just a big split on the other. If he was an old deer, I probably would have shot him. Doesn't have much on his head, but he was young, so maybe he'll grow into something in a couple years. I'm trying to only shoot mature deer out here. This man has a incredible place. But the bigger buck walked in, got him a drink. I could hear him breathing. That was pretty cool. I don't know if he's just trying to pick up some scent and he's breathing a little harder than normal or what, but anyways, walked down there, got a drink, started walking away, grounded him back. He tried to get downwind of me. Luckily, didn't go far enough to do so. And then came back around and hit this scrape right underneath me. First time I've ever seen one hit a scrape like that, and it was 15 yards away, so that was really cool. But obviously they're starting to stare. I saw those 2, just saw another one over here running through the woods. Looked like a yearling doe. Wind's kind of picking up, action's picking up. Hopefully the big boy isn't far behind those and he comes and does the same exact thing. But that was exciting nonetheless. I was not ready for that to happen. Those suckers came barreling in right to me. Doe came running in. Buck came running in after her, grunting pretty hard. Thank goodness he wasn't a monster, because I didn't have a shot. That was cool. I love Missouri. I've never seen rut in action like this in my life. First time I ever hunt here. And these things are going nuts. Here comes some more. Hopefully y'all can hear them grunting. I think it's still that same buck. Well, as you can tell, I'm late getting in the stand this morning. Time change got the best of me. It's been raining off and on all morning. It might rain again here in a couple hours, around 9 o'clock. The plan right now is to go right back into where I saw all those bucks chasing yesterday. I know there were younger bucks, and the mature bucks don't really act like that as far as just running the does ragged. But if she's coming into heat, maybe a big buck will be in there trying to figure things out himself. So, having not ever hunted here and not scouting anything, I don't want to just walk through these woods and blow everything up. So, first plan of action, let's go right back to that tree, sit a couple hours. When it starts raining again, I will probably get down and start scouting around a little bit for the next time I do come up here. Well, I've been having to use my phone on the way in this morning, so the footage isn't all that great, but what a fiasco. Time change happened last night, so we were late getting in here this morning. Sun was coming up on the drive in. Daylight by the time I started walking in. Got up to my tree that I was in last night, climbed up. As soon as my feet got on the platform and I set my bag on the tree, I turned around and there was a big 8-point 30 yards from me right behind me. It's mature, big, mass on his horns. Probably the biggest, it would have been the biggest deer I've ever killed. But my bow was still on the ground. I was not ready. Didn't have my release on, nothing. And he just walked up, and then started skirting me. Went out to like 60 yards. I grunted at him, snort wheezed at him. He took a couple steps this way and then veered back off the way he was going. Grunted a couple more times, not interested. So, they're moving. It's raining, as you can probably hear. It's not supposed to rain all that much, so I'm going to try to stick it out. Hopefully this camera don't get too wet. Oh man, it would have been awesome to shoot that deer, but it was cool to see him anyways. Seems like the young bucks are pushing the does around a lot right now. The big bucks are just still cruising and only getting on does that are actually ready. So, gonna sit for a few hours this morning, then we're gonna go to church. And I don't know if I'll be back this afternoon or not. I need to get home, but it's November and the deer are moving. So I feel like I need to be in a tree. But we'll see. Hopefully this rain dies off and one of these mature bucks will come freshen up these scrapes, or get them a drink of water, or just be cruising through. I don't really care what they're doing as long as they come by my tree. Trying to keep my camera covered up, but it's starting to rain pretty good. There's a buck making a rub over there, but I couldn't get him in the camera. Meh. Meh. What the heck is going on? There's so many bucks, I can't keep up. I am shaking like a leaf. That deer walked right underneath my tree and I could not shoot. Went down to the pond, got a drink of water, tried to run him in, would not come in. Walks out there at 30 yards. I tried to stop him, wouldn't stop. I hit him, I think I gut shot him. I don't think it's in frame on the camera, but I was struggling to find him in the frame. It's raining. Chaos, man. And then I shoot him, he walks off, and another buck comes running in. What is going on? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
I'll work with you if you leave me your name and your...
Alright. I think I'm gonna get down and go look at that arrow in a minute. I think I hit him back. I'm trying to call Palmer and tell him the big news, but I don't have service. My text won't even send out. That buck skirted me when I climbed up. I think it's the same buck. I don't know. I've seen so many deer, or maybe it's the same deer over and over. I can't freaking tell because they're just everywhere. All at once. Skirted me. I grunted, snort wheezed. I thought he worked away. It's been 20 minutes. I did an interview. I looked back in that direction. There's a buck making a rub. Don't know if it's the same deer or not. Grunt at him, he disappears. Don't know what happened. 10 minutes later, I turn around, and a buck is coming up that same exact trail the first one did this morning when my bow was on the ground. And he walked right underneath my tree, as you can see. I could not shoot at all, because he was right on top of me, and there's a branch right here under my armpit. I couldn't even turn that way. I thought I was going to get a shot at him right here, but he was pointed directly away from me, and I wasn't just going to shoot him through the spine. Walks right through the scrape, walks down to the pond. There's 0 shots all the way there. I really thought I lost him. Gets a drink of water. I grunt at him, snort, wheeze one more time. He makes a scrape and starts working off. And I shoot him at 30 yards, but he wouldn't stop. And I tried to fit it in right behind his shoulder, but I think I hit him back. But he should die. It's a big mega meat broadhead. He should die. We just gotta give him some time. Won't be able to go get him till this afternoon. How incredible, man. He looked like a big deer, big 9 or 10 or 18. I don't really know. I just know he's big frame. I gotta call him. I cannot get service. Missouri is nuts. I just shot the 4th buck that came by this morning. Here's another one. Unreal. Alright. It's been about an hour since I shot. I came down and looked at the arrow. There is gut on it, and I saw a little bit of gut matter back there. But he's bleeding pretty good. When I was getting out of the tree, I did bump a deer this way, and I'm hoping it wasn't him. All the bucks that I saw came this direction. Hoping it was one of them that heard me getting down, but I don't know. I don't really want to go much further. I don't think playing it safe and letting him lay wherever he's laying is a safer bet instead of following this blood. These are tough calls. It's raining off and on, and I really don't want it to wash away. We'll just have to see what the blood tells us. Check the arrow. There's blood and gut matter on it. I wasn't feeling too good about it. Saw hair on the ground and a little bit of gut matter on the ground too. So I was feeling like we weren't going to have a blood trail. And then curiosity kills the cat. I just walked about 10 yards forward in the direction that he went and started getting some pretty dang good blood. It's really easy to see. I'm not having to find like little specks. It's just, you can just walk down it and see it. But the wind is blowing the direction he went. So I elected to just not track him, give him time. We're not in any hurry. As bad as I want to go see him, there's no reason to bump him and make it an even longer and harder track job. So, also in the middle of that track, I'll show you because I videoed it with my phone. That buck from last night came back through here and just walked by me at 15 yards like he didn't give a crap. I don't know if that sucker's half blind or what. But what an incredible morning in Missouri. This is insane. I've never seen so many bucks running around. I've never been able to call bucks in. It's completely different than what I'm used to in Arkansas. Looks like he stopped right here. I don't think it's a dove. They definitely took a break. He's dead. I see him laying right by this log up here. I can't see his head though, so I'm going to still try to be quiet and make sure he is dead. Oh man. Didn't put the best shot on him, but he only made it probably 120 yards, maybe 150. So glad I gave him some time. There he is. He's still alive. I think I just saw his ear flicker. Yep, I see him breathing. All right, I had given him a couple hours, but obviously it wasn't long enough. But Thankfully, I was creeping through here. It rained last night. It's been raining through the morning. It's windy. He couldn't hear me coming. He was still alive when I got up to him, but barely. I could just see his chest fill up with air every now and then. So I put another shot in him, and now he's dead right up here. I give y'all a look. Well, here he is. Pretty good deer. Thing came right underneath my stand, didn't have a shot. He got out there about 30 yards. And I just couldn't let him get away. Missouri is a different place. Put a bad shot on him, not happy with that at all. Kind of a learned lesson there. Don't need to get so amped up and just take a good shot. If it doesn't present one, don't force it. But he's dead, and I got a long drag out of here, so I'm gonna get started on that.
I'm following Jesus, he's leading the way. Here, trying to have 5. I'm at 5, 7 and 5, 6 here, 7. Yep, 7 a pound, 8. $8 bill, pull a pound there, so $8 and a 9. I get 9, but he get 10, 10, 10, 11 there, and 12 and 13 and 14, 14, 15.